Duško, congratulations on the victory. Obviously one that I'm sure you wanted very badly after the 2 setbacks. So talk to me about how you're feeling right now.
It feels great, man. It feels great, really. Especially this was, as you said, after 2 losses, and I had a lot of difficulties in this fight camp, and just managing to come out of it with a W is great. It feels really good, man, to end the year with the W and getting back on the win column.
Yeah. Knowing that you had challenges, I guess, and knowing that you needed to win this fight probably, I mean, was there any talk of maybe not competing and pulling out of the fight?
Yeah, well, it was a delicate situation. By the end of July, I got hit by a car. Yeah, the guy ran over me while I was going over the crossing. So he messed up my left leg pretty good, and I knew that call was gonna come, so I was thinking at that time of trying to prepare for a possible bout, So when the contract came, I was still not training properly or anything. Couldn't, use my foot the right way. So there was definitely lots of setbacks during this camp and difficulties all regarding that injury. I didn't want to talk with anyone about it. I didn't let even my family know. Just my girl knows. So yeah, it was pretty crazy.
That's crazy. Are you back to health now, or is this something that's still healing and getting better?
It's still healing, unfortunately. As a matter of fact, during warm up, my leg just gave up and popped. So yeah, it's crazy, man.
So what was your mindset when you were going out there? I mean, there had to be some fear or something.
No, man, I got mad. I was pissed off because that leg was, even from earlier stage, it was injured, and those things occurred to me pretty often, where my foot would just go snap and get swollen and hurt a couple of days, and I got used to it. But to happen right before a fight and the fight that's so important for me, I got pissed, man, to be honest.
That's crazy. So I guess, how satisfied are you right now knowing all this?
I'm very satisfied, man. It feels so good to end the year with W, getting back to win column, and yeah, it's surreal.
That's awesome. The guillotine choke, you said it was pretty good. So, were you surprised that he went for it, number one? And number two, I guess, was it close?
Yeah, I was surprised. I didn't expect him to attack the guillotine. Honestly, I thought he was going to defend more the takedown. So, yeah, I was surprised, but he did a good job with that. It was a pretty decent guillotine, I must say, but I've been there before. I know my way out of a situation like that. So I was just patient and trying to see where he's going to make a mistake, or where can I make a small adjustment just to get out of it. So that I did, and get to a dominant position, and after that I was pretty sure that things will go my way, because obviously on the ground we knew I was a lot better.
Yeah, no question. Well, it went your way. Well, I guess last question for me, knowing all that you've been through, knowing that you still got some healing to do, what's the plan now? Do you need some more time off to rest and recuperate? Do you want to fight again soon? What's the plan for you?
I want to stay active, but I need to take care of this, because it's not a light injury, especially after a car hit me, and so it's still pretty fresh. It was July. The wound itself closed up maybe a month and a half ago, so it's still pretty fresh, and I would like to heal it properly so I can prepare for a fight and go with my A game in the next bout.
So this happened in July?
July 22nd, yeah.
And what do you mean the wound just healed up? That's a pretty long time ago.
Yeah, but it was a pretty deep wound. If you look at the fight on my left leg, the inner side was completely scraped, because first couple of meters it was just dragging on the concrete, and then the guy climbed with the front wheel on my left foot and parked there. So he comes out, he's like screaming, "Oh my God, are you okay?" And I'm like, "Man, go back. My foot is behind," and he's like panicking, starting to push the car with his hands, but obviously it doesn't move. So
He gets out of the car and his car's still on your foot?
Yeah. So he tried to move it with his hands, but it didn't work. Yeah, that's.
Yeah, I just saw a picture from your
Yeah.
teammate. That's pretty gruesome.
Yeah.
What was the doctor said? Did it break, or what did they say the injury was specifically?
I don't know how, but nothing was broken. The bones were good by somehow. I'm not sure how it went down, but all the soft tissue was, smashed and pretty swollen, and how to say, it was painful for a lot of time, long time, but basically the wound was the most complicated part of it. So we had to take pretty good care of the wound, taking care of it in terms of not getting infected and stuff, because it was pretty deep, and every day or so I had to clean it up, just scrape everything off, apply the band-aids over again, and it was a gruesome process, man.
What? Yeah, that picture. Thank you. Thank you or no thank you, I'm not sure. But what's going through your mind when you're going, I have a career that depends on me being healthy, and this happens to you? It's just, and then you get a call to take the fight, and you obviously took it.
Yeah, what can you say? I mean, things happen. It could have gone a lot worse, Unfortunately, on that same night when I was hit by a car, some kid in other part of my town was also run over, but the guy just smashed him and went away. So, yeah, it can always be worse, I just try to think of it that way, try to take something positive out of situation. So, depending how things went, I did great, man.
Well, congratulations on the win, and I'm glad you're doing better.
Thank you very much.
All right, so coming off getting hit by a car and all that, taking the fight, did you feel any urgency to finish the fight early? I mean, you finished in the first round, but did you have any urgency coming into the fight, or were you prepared to go the full 15 minutes?
I was prepared. I was pretty good with my condition, and I believe I could have go on for 15 minutes. But obviously, if I took a badly placed kick or something on that foot, or maybe even if someone attacked a submission on it, I couldn't do what I would normally do. So in that term, it would be bad for me, but I'm always trying to finish the fight as soon as possible and try to capitalize on my opponent's mistakes when I can. So that's always the game plan for me.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Duško, congrats on the big win.
Thank you.
First of all, I'm glad you're okay. And second, what an amazing thing that you can just casually talk about this incident like it was nothing. That's what a true warrior would say. Did other fighters have talked about similar injuries, things that happen, and they have to adjust? Did that help you evolve your game any, or change anything? Switch stances, have a better jab, work on new things that you might not have touched on before, but you had to because of the injury?
We definitely had to avoid lots of areas, how time went. We couldn't risk, obviously, mispraining that ankle or just injuring it even more. So we were pretty cautious throughout the whole fight camp. But I wouldn't say I managed to improve in some part because of the injury. It was probably the other way around. But I guess maybe in conditioning, strength and conditioning part, we did some things differently, because obviously I couldn't do some sprints and jumps and I don't know what. But in terms of strength and conditioning, we made some adjustments, and it definitely felt good. I felt good with, in sparring and everything. When we go a couple of rounds, I felt confident. As I said, I felt confident that I could have gone for 15 minutes this fight.
Excellent. And if you can walk me through the finish, were you in any trouble when Pitolo was, getting his offense going, and how were you able to switch things out to get him out of there?
Yeah, I was just trying to see what he will do. I knew I had to open it up with a couple of high kicks. Obviously, I threw with the leg that pains me, so because I couldn't rest my weight on it so I could kick with it. But as soon as I saw a tiny opening when his guard was up, I had to throw a couple of jabs. So I went in, and as I said, I didn't thought he was going to try to attack a guillotine, but yeah, it worked out well in the end.
Excellent. Well, congrats on the big win, and go ahead and heal up. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, guys. See ya.